starting, and yeah, we're live now. So basically, we're going to wait for about 6 minutes because the meeting was scheduled at 6:30, and if anybody joins in the meantime, that's what we're doing. Is we're waiting for 7:30 to actually happen, not 6:30, 7:30. And yeah, we'll just be shooting the shit in the meantime, waiting for the meeting to start. So that's all there is to that. Let's see, we got 5 minutes.
Anybody else even on?
No one's on, but the recording, I'm sure all the recordings get at least a few people, and I don't know if that's people really dedicated or people trying to figure out how to take me down. I don't really care which, but you never know in this party. But yeah, there's always somebody. But no, actually, I know it's actually based on what YouTube and Google are telling me. It's actually a small group of y'all that are just really paying attention. So I appreciate that. And let's see, 4 more minutes. Watched pot never boils. So, what have you been up to, Joey? Joey's here. He's our treasurer. We've got our. Actually, I'm gonna share the screen. Share screen too, so y'all can see the agenda. But basically, what we're aiming to do tonight is to reorg the EC and put everybody in roles that better fit what they're already doing. And I'm going to be bringing the treasurer in-house, so to speak, figuratively and literally, because Jenny's got a lot of experience with accounts like this from her teller days, and she lives physically closer to the bank that we use, so that makes sense. And I'm also going to talk about what I've been doing over the past couple months, which is going to rallies, going to county commission meetings, and basically, and also our social event tomorrow. So I'm going to present that to everyone. So maybe you might not have been able to see that before, but there it is. So 3 more minutes and trying to avoid dead air. Greg, if you're listening to this, dead air is really hard to avoid. And I don't know how you do that every single day. Maybe that's why you like the youngin' to talk. But yeah, so I went to some county commission, a county commission meeting. I attended both of the rallies in town, and I'll be repeating this during the officers' reports. So you'll hear it twice. Sorry. But I also got with our communications director at the state level, and we put up a website called lpf.org/name and shame, and there's hyphens between each of the words, but I'll post a link for that. Actually, let me get that up. lpf.org/name and shame. That should take us. There we go. So I'll leave that up too. Go back to the agenda, and I'll get to do that all at once when it's go time. Now I scheduled the live thing for 7:20 in YouTube, but I looked at my event today again, and it said 7:30. So I'm going to wait till 7:30 in case anybody wants to hop on. But we're already going. I'm glad that's on the primary monitor. Anyway, 7:29 is close enough. So my name is Joshua Folsom. I am the chair of the Leon County Libertarian Executive Committee, and I am calling this meeting to order. I have my treasurer with me. Say hi, Joey.
Hi, Joey.
Nice. So Brad Epps will not be here today because he is resigning. So between me and Joey, we have quorum, and his outburst there will serve as his attendance. So going past roll call to quorum, we have quorum, having 2 of the 3 officers present. We're moving on to officers' reports. Joey, do you have anything to report as the vice chair? Any significant interactions on Facebook? I know you talk to or you hackle Gillum a lot, and
He refuses to even acknowledge me, try to talk with me, debate anything.
Well, yeah, I know he's even accusing some local reporters of physically assaulting his people, even though he's on camera, not even being able to see the altercation. He wants bulletproof glass because he's quote unquote afraid of the people, which, if he actually is afraid of the people, good. I don't think he's sincere in that, but if he's actually afraid of the people, good. That's the position we want him in. That's yeah. So one of the things, so Joey regularly engages or tries to engage Gillum on Facebook. He tries to engage these people on their social media platforms. Tallahassee isn't really known for their great response rates there, but talking to our elected officials, the vice chair is kind of the communications. Well, not kind of. He's by our bylaws the communications guy. So Joey's already doing that, but I'm getting a little too far into new business. As for the chair's report, we had 2 rallies in town since the last time we held a meeting, and I attended both of them. And during one of the meetings, or during one of the rallies, I read a list of all the Republicans that betrayed the GOP on gun rights. And one of the reasons I originally left the GOP about 5 years ago was because they honestly stopped being the gun party. They also stopped being the fiscally responsible party, or at least I was finally able to see that. And this year all the gloves are off. They're not even pretending anymore. And I brought the same list, though I didn't use up mic time to do it. I brought the same list to the second rally, and that is we got it up at lpf.org/name and shame. You don't have to put I've got it up on the screen now. You don't have to put it up the date. You can just do lpf.org/name-and-shame, and that'll get you to that list. It's all the Florida Senate members who voted for SB 7026, and it's all the Florida House members who voted for SB 7026. And it's a really convenient resource to hand to people if you're a libertarian and you're trying to convince them that the people's GOP senators aren't as GOP as they claim to be. That's actually a really good. It's a good thing to have handy to show to people. So, we're also having our social tomorrow, and for those of you who are watching this later, tomorrow is April 28th at 7 p.m. at Decent Pizza. We're having our social because a lot of people really don't like the business portion of this, and I'll be repeating a lot of this tomorrow for anybody who cares to listen. That concludes the chair's report. Oh, no, it doesn't. I also spoke at the county commission meeting regarding our new so-called gun show loophole ordinance. And I didn't think I was going to convince anybody on the dais to change their mind. So my speech was more geared towards the people in attendance. If you want to see that, it's at the 39-minute mark. What day was that? I'll update this with the day that was later. But any of you keeping your heads on straight about when that meeting was, you know where to find it. And that concludes the chair's report. Moving on to new business. I have a motion to accept the resignation of Brad Epps as vice chair. He's been standing in a while. He actually has kind of been absent for a while, but he kindly stood in the vice chair position so that we remained legal until we found somebody to replace him. And now that Jenny's decided to step up for another position, we have that taken care of. So thank you, Brad, for doing that for us. That was really good of you. But I have a motion to accept his resignation. And if there's without opposition, Hearing none, that motion passes. I have a motion to appoint Joey Harris as the vice chair effective immediately. Upon acceptance of this appointment, to comply with state law, Joey Harris will have resigned as treasurer. Without objection? Hearing none, Joey, do you accept that appointment?
Yes, sir.
All right, having accepted that appointment, Joey is no longer treasurer. I now have a motion to appoint Jennifer Folsom in the combined office of treasurer secretary, contingent on passage of the prior motion to appoint Joey Harris as vice chair, which the disposition of that was adopted. Without objection? Hearing none, that motion passes. Our next meeting will be the third Saturday of May at 7 p.m. And without objection, we are adjourned.
Yay.
Hearing none, we are adjourned. Thank you, everybody.